have our great coffee. I think it's the greatest coffee at this event. I see the lines coming and coming.
We want to show all of our DC audience that we have a lot more than just the Panama Canal expansion that's going to be inaugurated this year, but we have everything from, beaches in the Atlantic and the Pacific. We have indigenous tribes who have a lot of different cultural artifacts to offer. We have food and outfits and everything else. So thank you so much for joining us.
Kosovo, as you know, has a very rich cultural heritage. We have a story to tell to ordinary citizens through this event, through this public diplomacy.
The girls from Kosovo were very modern. You can have actually all this also before. And you can see also all our famous, there we have a wall of famous people from Kosovo that people do not know that they are actually from Kosovo.
Libya is a place here for art, for traditional things, for the mini oldest city, and we have Libyan food and everything that's here.
I will provide tango lessons, traditional music, food, a lot of food. It's very glad to be back here this year to provide the community all the positive things we have to offer to the community, and that's Argentina.
We're doing a mass Wi-Fi station. You take a picture with a mask, ta-da! And then you hashtag it on our social media.
This is the start of our 50 years of celebration of independence. So we're kicking it off today. And we couldn't have a better start, could we?
This is produced, canned in Botswana. Here is a kika. It's called a mortar and pestle. It's kika in Setswana. And this is mutsi.
We have traditional Saudi cuisine. We have fashion shows of traditional Saudi Arabian clothing. You can have your name written in Arabic in traditional Arabic calligraphy.
Saudi traditional dancing with traditional
If you can see the green, those are the national parks. We're actually showcasing our main export, which is the cashew nuts and how they're actually made, coming from the tree and the whole handwork processing that gets to it.
We have a band that was sent from Chile by our army, and we have all our food here. We have our fruit, which is the best in the world. We have some wine, some oil there, which is produced in Chile.
So you can taste food, you can taste some desserts, Dominican coffee, beer, rum, and much more.
Dominican Republic feel very, very happy with this activity. The thing is promote our values, promote our countries.
We're actually asking people to come and visit Haiti and discover all the great things that are happening. There's a lot of tourism attraction that we've been actually renovating, and we would love for the American public to come.
We've got live music out front throughout the day. Our DJ's rocking it in the K-pop lounge. We've got traditional space in the back. Name tags, our art exhibition on the second floor by great Korean American artists. It's all over the place, but it's a lot of fun.
The crowd of the human civilization was discovered in Left River in Kenya. So we have so much to showcase for.
These are Kenyan necklaces made by Kenyan women. They're made out of beads. And this is a Kenyan bracelet.
We had two major themes today. It was tourism opportunities in Albania, and the other part was Albanian folk dancing and music and costumes.
People are coming, they're learning about Costa Rica, about tourism, about places to visit. They're getting a taste of typical Costa Rican food. People are having a great time.
Passport DC, as you can see, is a total hit. It's a tremendous opportunity for countries, especially the ones that don't have the regular prominence in the news.
DC Passport will give us that leap that we need.
People are coming in great numbers to see the Olympic torches. We have all Olympic torches here together for the first time, including a regional Rio de Janeiro torch.
Today's been a great event. We have a selfie station behind me that's been such a hit with people. They can dress up in Omani traditional clothing, take a picture, hashtag us and win a prize. People can sample Omani coffee and dates.
A lot of activities today, music, food, entertainment, African vendors, arts and crafts, you name it.
Viemos fazer esse...
Passport DC gave us the opportunity to show some great things about our country, some art, some music too. People appreciate a lot, they dance a lot.
We've got the baskets here. We've got beadwork and also beadwork on serving pieces.
Opening our embassies for the public, it's a wonderful thing because the public would like to come and see the embassy. It's brilliant, it's a wonderful occasion and we like it so much.
Thank you, organizers, giving us this opportunity to give, Sri Lankan taste to DC public.
We love Sri Lanka!
There were lots of arts and craft display. Main features for us is like our bridegroom, the way we usually wed, and that was a huge success. People took a lot of pictures.
A concert of marimba and also the giants are the dancers. Yes. And inside we have a collection of photography exhibition and we have a tasting of pollo campero.
We had a big bazaar. We sold our handicrafts and a lot of food stalls we had, and it's a projection of Bangladesh.
Tamrat Medhin from Little Ethiopia.
And we have a special guest with us. You want to just say?
Worsley.
From?
Frederick, Maryland.
Yes?
Yes.
Oh, right. She's very active all in the D.C. area, so we're going to come back to her. I just wanted to say that video you just saw was for Passport D.C., and that's getting ready to come up, and I hope you are going to be there. Jan Duplain, she does all these wonderful things and making sure that everybody on who's who will be attending. It's like when you go through all of the, all of the embassies, yes. And you get to view, you get to eat the food, you get to just hang out and have a wonderful time. And so that was last year's video, so we're just preparing ourselves. I do believe it's on May 6th, if I'm correct. So that's one you do not want to miss. I will definitely be in the house. It's an all-day thing. It's from the morning to practically about maybe 5 o'clock. They start, closing it down a little bit. For the most part, everybody has a wonderful time, and I will be there. Passport DC in 2017. Jan Duplain, she'll tell you all about it. If you need to, just as you can see at the end of the video, I'll tell you where to find her. But she's also on Facebook. So we have a lot to talk about, and so we just want to get it started. We just want to give a tribute to Prince because it's a year since the passing of the Pop. So we're just going to show some photos, but and as you can clearly see, these are pictures that were taken back in the day. But we just want to give a shout out to the life, and we miss him. But you know what? We lived through his music, so I definitely wanted to give a shout out. And you can see when he passed, everything turned purple, from the buildings to the skies to, even from London, England, wherever you are or wherever you were, you turned everything purple. Even the White House was purple, by the way. So it was beautiful. So he's definitely going to be missed. He is missed. We'll just have to play his music. But anyway, so I was at a tribute to his, where his family came out and everybody was live, and we was in Minneapolis last year. So I do have a short video that I want to show when I was behind the scenes. And I think Stevie Wonder was actually one of the singers. So let's play that video for that was a moving experience. I mean, after he sang and everybody came to the back, it was very emotional. But, you know, it was good to be in the house, to feel the presence. I mean, I've never seen him sing in person. I missed it. I almost did. He was here at the Warner Theater a few weeks or months, I'm not quite sure, before the passing, and I wasn't able to attend. The last seat sold out. I was so upset. But anyway, I got to feel his energy there when I went to the tribute. So that was really nice. And I also went to the place where he always sang. It was a little club that was in Minneapolis, and that was very nice. So I went with my girlfriend Denise, and we had a wonderful time. Oh my goodness, we flew in just for the day and flew back out. We got a hotel, I don't know what for. That was kind of crazy. But anyway, we had a wonderful time. But moving right along, we just want to also give condolences to the family of Cuba Gooding Sr. He was the 1970 music star. And he's also the father of the Oscar-winning actor Cuba Gooding Jr. Right here, he was actually at Star Constitution, and I was able to meet him in person. And as you can see, they were with blue notes. John is in the house, Denise, everybody. I mean, who's who was there. We had a wonderful time. I did not get to hear him sing that particular day because I was at another event at the same time, and it kind of clashed between the time frame. But I did get to meet him, and he was very personable, and it was really good to to meet him. But anyway, we do have a little video for you that we're going to play. But that's not my video, but we just want to share it just so you can hear his voice. So if we can play that, that'd be awesome.
Okay, so you're heartbroken. You sit around moping, crying and crying. What you say, you even think about dying? Well, before you do anything rash, like wiggling out that seat, dig this. Everybody plays a fool sometime. There's no exception to the rule. Listen, baby, it may be factual, may be cruel. I ain't lying. Everybody plays a fool. Ooh, falling in love is such an easy thing to do, and there's no guarantee that the one you love is gonna love you. Oh, loving eyes they cannot see. A certain person could never be. Love runs deeper in any ocean. Cloud your mind with emotion. Oh, everybody plays a fool sometimes. There's no exception to the rule. Listen, baby, maybe factual, maybe cruel. I won't say it again. Everybody plays a fool. How can you help it when the music starts to play and your ability to reason is swept away? Oh, heaven on earth is all you see. You're out of touch with reality. Now you cry, but when you do, next time around someone cries for you. Yes, they do. Oh, everybody plays a fool sometimes. Use your heart just like a tool. Listen, baby, they never tell you so in school. I won't say it again. Everybody plays a fool. Listen, baby, everybody plays a fool sometimes. No exception to the rule. Listen, baby, it may be factual, may be true. I ain't lying. Everybody plays. Everybody, every doggone body. Yeah. Sometimes, you got to play the fool sometimes. Everybody plays the fool.
Wow, brings you back in the day, huh? Wasn't that awesome? I love his music. Oh my goodness. Yes. So I just had to share it, right? But anyway, we're going to move right along because we have a busy program. But just want to give another condolences out to the family of Happy Days stars. I don't have a picture of her. Erin Moran, she died. She was 56. So I'm not quite sure. I don't have any updates. Maybe we'll have some pictures for her when we come back next week. Anyway, we want to talk about Earth Day. So we have Earth Day yesterday. I hope you were able to get out. If you didn't, I'm not going to lie. I wasn't out in the rain.
Yeah, I wasn't
out in the rain.
But later on, I had to walk my dog.
But yes, I hope you did something positive, whatever it is. I just want to say we need to save the planet because I truly believe in Earth Day and making sure everything looks beautiful. So I'm going to share a few pictures of what my idea of Earth Day and how we should keep it preserved. So we're going to just show a few pictures. This is in Belize. This is in the mountains where the trees are green. We want to keep it green, right? Birds of prey, where you can walk and you see all the beauty. And that's, you can actually take a tour. It's up in the mountains, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And as you can see, the water is clean, so we want to keep the trees planted and the rocks. And of course, I'm going to show this picture again. That's me by waterfalls. And also, this is Belize. You can go boating. That's in town. And as you can see, we have white sandy beaches in Belize. So, and of course, you probably heard of the Blue Hole. So this is definitely where you want to go scuba diving. And so this is just kind of down the river. We were actually driving around the boat. And we want to say, as far as a bird, we want him to be able to, jump in the water and eat the fish. Now, if we put all the garbage in the fish, we won't be able to drink the water, right? So here, if you want to get in the water, and then you have the beautiful rainbow. So, we just want to, share that the planet is beautiful and we want to keep it that way. So I just wanted to share a few pictures with you.
Very good.
Isn't that awesome?
Very nice. Yeah, very good.
Yay. And I just want to share a quick picture, something's totally different. Back in the day, I used to run around, play outside, and now the kids are always on, all these little gadgets, right? But I'm going to show a little picture of my little grandson. His name is Jay, little Jay, and he's playing with the tree. I brought him to see the kites and walk around and have fun, but all he wanted to do is play with this tree. So I have some pictures and a little video. So I wanted to share it.
Oh, cool.
And if you have kids and you just want to have them out, go out and about, I know that's a little twisted a little bit, but that's okay. But that's it, climbing up in
Climbing the tree. Go ahead, just wiggle your way up. You're doing good. Keep going. How'd you do it before? Keep going. I'm gonna come on the other side. He's climbing the tree.
Climbing the tree. Literally, he didn't want to go anywhere. He was having too much fun. So, keep going. And when he got there, he was so excited just to be at the top. So we want to keep that virus safe. And, these are the things that the kids need to go back out there and have fun and just enjoy themselves. Well, right now there's no leaves on the tree.
Don't fall. All right.
But I think they
up to the top.
Yeah.
What do you got to say about this tree?
What?
What do you got to say about this tree?
This is awesome.
It's awesome, huh? Cool.
He's going to make his way back down that tree.
It's coming back down.
He said he wants to come back to
down like a penguin.
Like a penguin, is that what it is?
Right?
The penguin fell off. That's good. You did good.
And you know what? It doesn't matter because he's just going to run back around and try to get right back up, as you can clearly see. So there's lots of places and lots of things to do. So let's preserve it. Let's, keep it real, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, moving along, I just wanted to share a quick picture of Janet Jackson. She had a baby. I don't know if you saw it, but I did. And if you didn't, here's a picture. Everybody's showing it. So this is her beautiful little boy. So, we hope to see her back in D.C. real soon. If you haven't seen the picture, have you seen the picture?
No.
You see, I'm so glad I'm able to show it for you, right? For the first, I'm sharing. This is a little baby, and so we wanted to share that picture as well. So we're going to come back. I have some more pictures, but we're going to come back to that. So we're going to have, my friend here talk a little bit about what you do. So why don't we go ahead with that? And then I'm going to come back to my other picture.
Moving along, Little Ethiopia has a wonderful guest over here. Her name is Patty Worsley. She's the founder of Renaissance Speakers in D.C., Washington, and also the creator of Gumption, the Dragon children's show. So I have a few questions. I have 5-6 questions to ask her.
Okay.
And
she's everywhere too.
Okay. First and foremost, I'd like to know who you are. Can you tell us who you are?
I sure can.
Yeah, okay.
You did a great job of introducing me. And in fact, even with your mistake about gumption or grumption, I have that gave me the idea of doing Grumpy Dragon and Gumption Dragon. And the two different things. But anyways, I am Patty Worsley, and I'm from Frederick, Maryland. And I have developed a children's character called Gumption the Dragon. I did that out of being an elementary school teacher. And I noticed...
A little bit closer,
Is it? Oh, okay.
They can hear
Sure.
you.
Yeah. Sure.
Well, I developed a character whenever I saw that my children in elementary school were not succeeding if they didn't have self-esteem. So I started right then and there doing a little puppet show with Gumption, and then it developed into a whole big character. And now I have a book and a CD. Can I show it?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, please turn it around. Absolutely.
That's my coloring book.
Wow, awesome.
And
awesome.
I've
Wonderful.
Done a CD.
Wonderful. Wow, look at that. Wow. And it's children related. We do have a little kid in the audience. Maybe you want to show him.
Yes.
He'll appreciate this. Wonderful, wonderful.
So that's lots and lots of work, and I had to teach myself how to be an actor and also a
Actress,
presenter
right.
and a singer.
Oh my
because I'm a
goodness.
teacher at heart.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's awesome.
Amazing, amazing. I think you almost answered the other two questions I have planned to ask you.
Oh.
And I like to go to the next one. I believe it's almost 3 years since I met you as a member of the Toastmaster.
Yes.
And can you explain to the public what is a Toastmaster is?
Right.
Well, the Toastmasters is basically self-esteem for adults, in the fact that we don't really learn how to communicate and talk and get our ideas across.
Okay.
We mostly grow up with just having teachers and parents and everybody feeding us their words, and then at the time that it's time to get out there and conquer the world, we don't have the skills. So Toastmasters gives you the skills of communication. And Toastmasters was founded by a man named Ralph Smedley, who believed that the most successful people were people who could communicate and develop their leadership skills. And so that's exactly what Toastmasters does. It gives you a place to communicate. He gives you a book that has step-by-step guides to how to present a good speech. In fact, the last speech is inspiring your audience. So it really gives you a place that you can practice your communication skills to groups of people. So if anybody has an idea that they want to get out to the world, I highly suggest Toastmasters.
Wow.
Well,
He's
wonderful.
always
Wonderful,
there.
yeah. So you are covering both the adult and the children. That's very
Yes,
interesting.
yes, I
But
am.
I'd like to know more. What is the one you have, which you founded in the city, known as the Renaissance Speakers DC? What do you do? Who are involved in that? And in a capital city where power, the center of power of the world here, I'm sure that will have impact. So would you give us detailed how we can communicate with you and what kind of training you are giving and all these and other things?
Sure. Well, you're a part of it, so.
I mean, I take him there every Sunday.
And I'm very thankful for that. But
Right.
we meet every Sunday at the L. Ron Hubbard Museum, and we are there for snacks at first, and then we just all gather and present what we have, our speeches, the things that we are feeling with our hearts. We put it out there, and then we get feedback, and it's also known as the friendliest Toastmasters in town. So I highly recommend, if you don't have anything to do on Sunday, or even if you do have something,
That's right.
rearrange your schedule and come down and just play with speaking with a bunch of friendly people.
Right. And go ahead.
Go ahead,
You
go
had
ahead.
an event at the location, right? It was in Mongolia, I think it was.
Yes, they
Right.
are. The L. Ron Hubbard House is a part of it's a museum who's interested in bettering the world.
Right.
And so since we live in, or they have their house in the embassy areas, they have a goal of going to every embassy in the area and forming a bond with them, which is part of the reason why I chose to
That
go
place?
to the L. Ron Hubbard House, because Toastmasters can actually make peace on earth, I believe, with the strong communication skills, their desire to have manners, and their desire to define their terms and everything else that they do that they feel is very necessary for good communication. That's what they want to do, and that's what I want to do.
So can I ask her, I sent some pictures through, and if you can tell us a little bit what was going on. I know we showed it last week, right? The Mongolia, right? And if we can show a few of those pictures, and you could just mention,
Sure.
what was going on, and what, I know it's Mongolia, but what was going on at that time.
Okay.
If we could show those pictures as well. Oh, not that one. That's a little different.
That's
That's another. I sent you an email. That's another event, right? I'll talk about those shortly.
Okay,
It's a
cool.
big
So,
email, but in the meantime,
while
we're
in
gonna
the
come
meantime,
back.
what they are doing, can you tell us there are certain techniques you are helping the people to develop over there, including when someone is talking, he has to avoid saying like ooh, or this and that.
Oh,
and,
yes.
I know you have also a number of people who are sitting there as coaches and other things. Can you tell us this? Really, there is a good way of training over there, especially for politicians who are running for offices. You know,
Yes, that would be great. I would love to challenge any politician to come to a Toastmasters and go through all 10 lessons of their communication manual, but also just come to the meeting, because every meeting is a small event, and each event has helpers. And also, being a speaking event, we have to keep the time. So, have you ever been to an event where somebody started talking and they kept on talking and they kept on talking?
Yes.
Well, we have a limit, and we make sure that everybody knows what the time is by using little flashes of color.
I see.
But Tamrat was talking about the Wizard of Oz that we have. The Wizard of Oz is a listener, and it's a helper to help you eliminate all your filler words and sounds.
Okay.
They keep account when you're talking of ums, us, and so's,
Oh, they help you.
And so you're pretty amazed whenever the first time you hear how many ums and ahs you had in your speech. I know I started out with like 7 of them.
Wow.
And I couldn't believe it because I'd been teaching for 10 years. My poor students.
Right. Then you didn't even know that.
Yeah. No.
You know, it's so funny that you just say that, because when I listen to myself and play it back, the video, and I listen to stuff that I say, then I can correct it, because I go, wait a minute, I said too many, so I understand, right?
So you
can be conscious of it.
You start to
Right.
get very conscious of it, especially once you've had that role as a Toastmaster meeting, then you really hear it on TV and radios and things like that.
You're conscious of it then, right? Wait a minute. Absolutely. So, yes, go ahead.
Well, the reason why Ralph Smedley developed that role is basically he felt like if you were more succinct in your communication, it makes you a more successful communicator.
Absolutely. Yes. So
Is the meeting is free? People can come and get help on it,
Well, you can visit anytime, and it's open for anybody. You can come, but if you want to really benefit and have the books and everything else, you have to join. You have to be a member.
And there's a fee?
And there is a fee. It's
Okay.
$45 for every 6 months. It's one of the cheapest.
Not bad.
Yes.
Not bad, yeah.
$45. What is that? Is that for the snacks, or?
No,
is that
that's to
separate?
be a member of Toastmasters International, which there are 177 countries, I believe, that have a Toastmasters and clubs in their countries.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Yes.
So $45 per 6 months, every 6 months, and they get books or flyer.
You get 2 books, and then when you get done with one of those books, you get 2 more books.
Wow.
You get to choose. They have a whole assortment after you're done with your basic training on Toastmasters. They give you like broadcasting or keynote speakers or storytelling or humorous speaking, those kinds of choices that you can go in, and that's called an advanced speaker.
Well, we have a video that you shared, so we're going to try to play that video, right?
Okay.
The
Okay.
one that you sent in?
All right, okay, go ahead.
Yes. Can we do that? Sure. Let's do that. Let's make it happen.
That's very nice. That's
Thank
very
you.
nice.
Did you put that together?
Yeah, I did.
You did
I had a
that.
little form that you just put in the pictures, but
Oh, absolutely.
but I chose those pictures.
No, you did a good job. Yeah,
Thanks.
the music too.
Could you give us a number, or how can they reach you, and also the time of the meeting every Sunday? I believe it's on every Sunday.
I sure can.
Yeah.
Well, you can contact me,
Mm-hmm.
and my number is 301-293-2883. And you can also contact the house, but I don't have that number right now. But
okay.
the house is located at 1812 19th Street Northwest
Okay.
in
Yeah.
Washington, D.C. We meet every Sunday at 7 until 8:30.
Okay. So can we show those pictures I had sent? Because I know you were in a couple of the pictures, and you could tell us it was the Mongoli, I think it was. It was actually they were performing, and we have some pictures.
So one
Can
of
we
the
show
guests, right? Is a new guest.
that? One of your
over-
guests there, right?
They weren't of the Toastmasters guests, but they were guests of the Ella Ron Hubbard
Okay,
Museum.
Right. Yeah, but these are the things that some of the things
This
that you
is-
can do.
mhm,
Right.
In fact, you
absolutely.
can get in touch with the curator there, and he welcomes in any kind of function that you have that's
Right.
it benefits the society.
I see. I see. Yeah, right. Well, I think we're having a little problem with the photos, but it's okay. We'll come back to that. We were just going to show, but we do have some
Okay,
a
go
video of the lady dancing when we have time. we
Okay.
can play that.
yeah, it was
So
excellent.
before we go to the video which they are trying to find, can you tell us on your children program, is that the kind of, are you putting it on a video, or is it something people can buy it, or are you giving classes? How it's been run?
Thank you for asking. Actually, I have, of course, the book and the CD,
Yes.
but I started out as doing programs for children, and I performed at libraries, daycares, festivals. I even performed in a mall once.
Wow, amazing.
But I also do live streaming now. I live stream on Facebook every day at 9 a.m. and 3:30 p.m.
Okay.
So if you want to Google me, hopefully you can connect up. I also have a website. It's www.Gumption the Dragon, Gumption thedragon.com. And I just feel very strongly, because of my teaching experience, that children need to have someone big telling them that they're good people, and very simple skills like turn your power switch on, which is smile.
That's right. Keep it.
Well, actually, you are helping the self-esteem of both children and adults. I think it is good. You start as a child and go all the way to the adults. I mean, it's very, very, very useful.
Yes, well, that was my dream, is to basically help kids become strong adults. And then if you're an adult already, then I just want to flow power to you too.
That's
Because
awesome.
I recall about a month ago, we have another gentleman here by the name Mr. Reverend Melvin Dill. He does. He wants to help the children, African American children, helping their esteem is by playing the African drum and music, and he's been doing it for over 50 years. So these are very important. I mean, it can be useful if the children will enjoy to hear the music and the dance. So it's a combination of similar. In fact, I will introduce you one day. Maybe you can work with him something.
That would be
Together,
awesome.
yeah.
You know, they
Yes.
have a park in D.C. Does he perform in that park? Does he go every Sunday? I think till 3 o'clock. There's a park here in D.C. that they play in the drums. It's called something way Drummers Park.
Well,
or
he's
something.
very active. Like when I called him
Yeah.
last week, he was
share that
doing
next
something
week.
in Salisbury.
Oh my
So
goodness.
he does it every day, literally every school. I mean, he's
Wow.
very, very famous on that.
Yeah. Well, you can never have too much self-esteem.
Because this type of things
Right.
will really bridge the gap among the different ethnic
Right.
groups, and
Oh, absolutely.
it's also a great advantage for the United States of America, because as an international community, wherever they go, they will have a great acceptance. As you know, when President Obama was elected, the mood changed everywhere, and people were talking about bridge building and all this and that. So all these things have got impact. So I encourage that you continue to do it, and we'll bring you and introduce you with the others.
That'd be
That's
great.
what we do. We
Yeah,
connect
yeah.
everybody.
Oh,
And I
that'd be
hope-
awesome.
And I hope on May 5 at 5 p.m. you're going to come at the African American Civil War Memorial. We are honoring American and Ethiopian patriots who fought for freedom. So remember.
You don't want me to come in my dragon outfit?
You can.
do you?
Okay. Yeah, I can put you on the stage with your dragon. Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, because part of the communication effort, the part of reconnecting people from all over the world.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So can we play either the photos or the video? That would be great. So this was the event that was held at the
Ron Hubbard House.
Yes. Can you tell us a little bit about what was going on? Even though we showed some pictures, I know you were there.
I believe that's the ambassador.
Yes, this is the ambassador here.
Yeah.
With my friend Doug and Steve
Okay.
Johnson. And even though I showed these pictures, I thought that was so cool. I said, that's
Everybody's having fun.
so they had a little performance there. I think you missed that
Yes,
one.
there was.
Yeah, I could look at my one other
was
event.
very
Yeah,
nice.
one other
It
event,
was
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
They had food, they had dance, they
that's
had.
Beth.
Oh, Beth, they're our friend.
Right, Beth is in the house.
She's the executive director of the Fraser Mansion.
Right, and there,
there
you
we
go.
are. We
You
were up
see?
in the upstairs admiring all the photos that were taken by one of the ladies, which the artist from Mongolia was very impressive. She had a beautiful.
There you go again.
She had a beautiful book
That was
of
her right here.
hands, yes, and this is of course Mongolian pictures, but her book was awesome because it showed hands of Mongolians
see it.
helping
Yes, I did.
people.
Yes.
It was beautiful.
Yes, and this lady here sang. Well, we're going to show a video.
She was beautiful.
Because they had a little performance. Because we show that video? Yeah, that would be awesome. Wow, that was great.
Oh, we want to. You're obsessed.
Well, that was the performance.
beautiful,
Isn't
yeah.
that
That's
beautiful?
great, yeah,
That
great.
was beautiful.
Yeah, so I just wanted to show that very quick. So we want to thank you for coming in and
Thank you.
sharing. And you already mentioned where to find your information, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So we're gonna move right along. We'll come back to you and then give a little bit more
Okay.
about where we can find you again because we want to make sure we can connect, right?
Awesome.
But can we show photos number 4? That's Marcus Samuelson. He's actually from your country, Ethiopia, and I saw him and I heard a little story on him. So I just had to share his his photo. He's a chef.
Yeah.
Oh,
As
wow.
you know, he has the Red Rooster. He also has 27 restaurants. Did you know that?
Yes, I don't know the number, but yes.
He was
Wow.
born in there during the Civil War. I think he moved or something like that. He was I was listening to the story. It was actually on the news. I don't know what station, but it's a must because he can cook. You know anything? Can you tell a little bit about him? I know he has a restaurant that's over here, the new MGM, and I was there, and that's where you see the picture.
Yeah, he has restaurants in MGM, and he's regularly on my webpage.
Yes.
Every time I put information, when I'm putting, we have about 4 or 5 Ethiopian celebrities who I believe will be great role models for the Ethiopians in the diaspora in the continental Africa, and I put him. But the biggest thing, what I very much appreciate what he is doing is he started his activities in Harlem.
Yes,
Harlem is a
Red Roof,
very,
right.
very important to Ethiopians because we have history that the Abyssinian Baptist Church in Harlem was founded by Ethiopian seamen and African Americans in 1808. Because of race relations problem, and he being over there and working, we have met him several times here in Washington too. I mean, he's great. He was adopted by Swedish. Him and his daughter were adopted with in Sweden, I think.
Scandinavia.
That's how it is. But he's an amazing guy. I mean.
Oh, he is, yeah. And then he connected with his father years later, I do believe.
Oh,
I was
wow.
listening to the story, but but there is a piece on the web, on the internet, that he was on the radio, and they gave a nice little spread. And oh my goodness, I was totally taken back. So I must get back to his restaurant over there at the National MGM.
Sounds really good.
It's called Marcus.
Marcus. Yes.
24 hours.
Oh my God, 24 hours.
24 hours, Marcus.
I don't know if I want to eat 24 hours, but I want to definitely get over there. But anyway, before I forget, can we just show these pictures real quick? It's number 7. The Whitaker Group had an event. It was the 2017 Outlook and Opportunities for Reception and Discussion with finance ministers from Africa for the growth in economics. And so it was the 20th, and they had a lot of interesting key people, key officials there, right? I'm not even going to say his name. Can you pronounce that right there? Bawamina,
yeah,
right?
Good.
So he was he did opening remarks. We had, I guess, political groups from Republican of Cameroon, Republican of Ghana, Republican of Kenya. We had them for, I said, Rwanda. We even had from Republican of South Africa was represented in the House. So it was a nice conversation. And so I just happened to stop in for a few minutes and say hello, but that was the Whitaker Group, and they're doing wonderful things in and around the D.C. area. So I'm not sure if you heard about it. I'm sure if you go to their website, you'd be able to find out what the discussion was about. It was very interesting, especially if you're from Ghana, because I did get to speak a little bit and hear a little bit about the speak a little bit to the Vice President of the Republican of Ghana, and he was doing remarks. So we read a lot of information there.
Excellent.
So it's good to be in the house with them. So I know where we can find you, right? But of course, you can find me at Patricia McDougall photos.com or Patricia McDougall photos.net, and you can listen in every Sunday here on the radio at Listen Vision at 2 o'clock with my co-host. He brings on and talks a little about what he's doing with Ethiopia, and I bring on a few pictures that I share during the week of different activities. But I just want to say one thing: do not miss Passport for DC, because that's going to be one of the highlights coming up. So, and then can you say where to find you as well?
Well, you can find me with my email, littleethiopia@gmail.com.
Yes.
Or you can call me at 202-255-1400. And better check our webpage, littleethiopia.org. And I like to remind people also there is an event going on Wednesday, sponsored by Congressman Karen Bass. Is
this Wednesday coming up?
From 8:30 to 10. It's a great idea, especially those people who are coming from Africa. She's continuing her second discussion about the famine in Africa.
Very powerful.
It's very powerful. She does every 2-3 months some kind of a breakfast event, and which is very good. That's one Wednesday. But remember May 5. At 5 p.m. in front of the African American Civil War Memorial. There will be a wreath-laying ceremony honoring Americans and Ethiopian patriots who fought for freedom for the black people of the world. Come on by.
Excellent.
It's
What
5
time?
p.m.
Oh, 5
May
p.m.
5. May 5 at 5 p.m. Generally, they call it Cinco Mayo. You have that day also.
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
Yes.
I will be in the house at Cinco de Mayo. I can't say I'm going to be there because I'm at a private event, but it's okay.
That
I'll
coincides.
send somebody over there to represent. But anyway, tune in every Sunday at Patricia McDougall, celebrity photographer, my co-host here at Listen Vision, and we'll have a wonderful program for you. So thank you very much, Patricia McDougall on the scene.